Hey, me and a couple of friends have been having a bit of a discussion recently about Metallica. Everyone knows them whether you're into pop, rave, techno, dance, or, well, if you're a metalhead, if you haven't heard of them, you're a fucking idiot. But anyway, about this. We've been discussing whether or not Metallica sold out. I personally believe they did. Others do not. Others believe they just evolved musically. The reason I think they sold out was because they used to have a great rock, thrash, metal sound, basically. It sounded like a combination of Misfits and a bit of maybe Sabbath and so many others. However, after Saint Anger came out, and that was a really, really horrible album, that was the biggest sellout album there ever was. Basically what they did was they took their entire image and sound, basically, and destroyed it by making their songs a hell of a lot shorter. Usually they last around 8 to 7 minutes. Now they were about 3.5, maybe 4. And it sounded as if it was made out of a garage intentionally. They were trying to go back to that down to earth for sound because a lot more bands out at the time had that sound. If you wanted to be like the other masses. Anyway, I believe that after that, everything was just horrible because we had this great sound, then we came out with Saint Anger, and then we slowly diminished, and now we sound something like Soundgarden or maybe Queens of Stone Age but heavier. That and Lars Ulrich was in charge of all this suing of people for downloading and distributing pirated music of theirs. Whereas for quite a long time they ended up having, well, we were encouraging people to download, to trade their music, to bootleg their music, to pirate their music because it gained them more exposure. Everyone was fine with that. It was kind of admirable. I admire bands that encourage people to bootleg their music so that we can gain more exposure, get more people into this music, and then, yes, eventually that will pick up sales, because let's face it, I personally would download something, I would then listen to something, or watch something, or even play something, and then I'd think to myself, this is great, I'm going to support them, I'm going to buy the hard copy, which a lot of people usually do. People usually bootleg, realise it's great, and then buy the hard copy. If they don't, that's their business, I'm not going to judge them on it. And quite frankly, this all probably stopped. It's like some Metallica ended up suing some guy for millions because he had their entire artworks from when they started to. Have they finished or are they still going? Anyway, to recently. And it was just horrible. It was just horrible to see them say one thing years ago and then do something else now. It's like someone unsimilar as MC Lars, who actually made a song called "Download the Song," which was awesome. It's pretty much encourages piracy and bootlegging. Okay, that and their image. I have no problem with their image. However, I don't really care about it. But when they started out, they were pretty much very hairy, shall I say, like big beard, long hair, and they just looked the part. They did. Then, I can't remember which album it was, but they cut their hair for an album. A lot of people ask, why did they cut their hair? A lot of people, being smart asses, would answer, to make it shorter. But to actually quote, I think it was Kirk Hammett this time, he's had long fucking hair for 20 years and he's sick yet. Let's face it, if I had long hair for 20 years, I'd be sick yet. If I had long hair for 30 years, I'd be sick yet. In fact, I'm actually trying to grow my hair out at the moment, because I've been trying to grow it out for years, but ended up getting a haircut all the time. But yeah, what I'm asking, what do you think? Have Metallica sold out? Are they still as good as they used to be? Are they just evolving to get more fan base? I personally think they've sold out. I personally think they don't care about the music anymore. I think they've lost their passion, and I think they're more obsessed with getting paid now. But this is all open to discussion. If you happen to see this video or stumble across it, post a comment down in the link. Not down in the link, that was fucking stupid. Anyway, pretty much down in the comment section below. Share this with your mates. Let's see if you can get them into the conversation. Whatever. Have they sold out? Yes or no? Don't just say yes or no. Give a reason why behind your answer. And I hope to hear from you all soon. Cheerio, bye now.